So, Adeline, we'll read this book you let us borrow. We'll read it this morning, and then I'll clean it and give it back to you. Okay. Good morning, Ben. Good morning, Aya. Let's wait for a couple more people to get here. Hi, Aya. Good morning.
You say good morning.
Oh. Aya, I loved seeing you on Friday at Blessing of the Pets. I loved your poster you made. And was that a unicorn outfit you were in?
Yeah, Sweden didn't want to come out. She was
Let me turn
really
the volume up.
shy.
I can't hear you. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I saw quite a few of you there. It was fun.
I think she can hear you. Sweden didn't want to come out, she said.
She was feeling a little shy.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, you could always bring like pictures. I saw you had a poster with your pets' names on them, right? That was smart.
Yeah, and I had pictures of them.
Oh, and pictures too. Wonderful.
Kingston was the one below Sweden.
Yeah, I know. And Kingston is a cat, right?
Yeah, Kingston is a cat.
Yeah, cats don't like the car very much, so bringing a picture is a really good option. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Charles. All right, everybody. I think we've got everybody here. Let's go ahead. Let's go over the schedule, and then we'll start morning meeting. All right, here's the schedule today. We checked off drop-off because the kids at school are here. Now we're going to do morning meeting, and then journals, and then foundations. We have a new letter today. And then we have a break, then music with Miss Burks, and then science. We start the moon today. I'm so excited to start learning about the moon with y'all. Okay, after science, Miss Eccles comes for library, and then math, story time, and that's it. Then we're done. So there's our schedule today. Okay, before we do some calendar, Adeline brought a book for us to read. We'll read this book, and then we'll start some calendar. This book is called If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. Has anybody read this one before? You could raise your hand, yes? Or thumbs down for no. So a lot of us have read it, and some of us haven't. Okay, it's a cute one. All right, Colin, let's get quiet so we can hear. Thank you. Okay, if you give a mouse a cookie, come to this side actually. He's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. Then he'll want to look in the mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks in the mirror, might notice that his hair needs a trim. So he'll ask for a pair of scissors. Look at his little hair needs a trim. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want the broom to sweep it up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. Good morning, Isley. Hi. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited he'll want to draw one of his own. So he'll ask you for paper and crayons. He'll draw a picture. When the picture's finished, he'll want to sign his name. Look at what a beautiful drawing he did. Wow, he's a really good artist. With a pen. Then he'll want to hang the picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that he's thirsty. So for a glass of milk, and chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he'll want a cookie to go with it. Because that was the beginning of the story, if you give a mouse a cookie. Okay, Adeline, thanks for letting us borrow your book. I'm going to clean it, and then I'll put it in your backpack. All right, everybody, let's do some
That was a good book.
calendars.
I have a big book, and it has all those stories. If you give a pig a pancake, if you give a moose a muffin,
Yeah.
if you give a mouse a cookie.
There's so many of them. They're all written by the same author, the same person, Laura Numeroff. And then they're all illustrated by the same person. So the same person does the drawings, Felicia Bond. Oh, yeah, so they're really good. Okay, everybody, let's, I'm gonna move my cart over to our calendar area. What do you need, Wheeler?
Miss Evangeline.
Yes, you're right. Yes, Isley.
Did you know that I have the book, You Give a Mouse a Cookie?
Ooh,
I have that book.
You have that one too. Cool. All right, everybody, here's our October calendar. I'm pointing to the month. It's not September anymore. Now what month is it? October. That's
November.
right. It's October now. What letter
Miss
does October
Vanderlyn,
start
what's
with?
the picture of the ghost on the calendar?
I'm going to explain it in 1 second. I'm going to explain it real fast. But what letter does October start with?
Oh.
An O. And what sound?
Oh.
Very good. What letter does October end with? An R. Very good. What sound? October. Very good. Let's look at our months of the year over here. Here was September. Last month was September. This month is October, right? There it is right there. What month is next month going to be? It starts with an N.
November.
November next month. But
November.
we still have a long time till November because look at our October calendar.
Guess what? Yesterday
Here's
was
the
my mom's
beginning.
birthday.
Here's the middle, and here's the end. So we're in the beginning of October. We're in the beginning of the month. We still have to get through the middle and the end of October before we get to November. So we're in the very beginning of the month. Okay, let's look at our calendar. We had October 1st was a pumpkin last Thursday. It was also a full moon last Thursday. And then we had Friday was October 2nd. It was a ghost. And then over the weekend, I put up October 3rd on Saturday. That's a witch. And we are back to a pumpkin for yesterday, October 4th on Sunday. So that means we know what our pattern is. That means our pattern is pumpkin, ghost, witch. Pumpkin, ghost. So ghost is going to be today. That means it's an ABC pattern. But
So today is Halloween.
so today is a ghost. I'll show you when Halloween is in a second. But what's the number today? What's the date? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I know when
So here
Halloween
is
is.
my number 5 ghost. There we go. And now let's figure out the day of the week. And then we'll look at all these other things that are on the calendar. Okay,
know
day
when-
of the week. We point to the date and we go up, 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 up. It starts with an M. What sound does an M make? Monday. So let's go to our days of the week over here. Yesterday was Sunday. So I'm going to move my arrow down to Monday with the M. Okay, now there's been some questions about what are these other things in October. Let's go over them.
When's Halloween?
Okay, let's look at it on our calendar. Here's today. Let's see. Regular day this week, except this Saturday, we have a half moon, which means we'll only be able to see half the moon. Now, the other half of the moon is still there. It doesn't go away, but we'll only be able to see half of it. We're going to talk about more of that in science. Then next Monday, a week from today, we don't have any school. We have no school next Monday for Indigenous Peoples Day. We're going to talk more about Indigenous Peoples Day and why we have the day off to celebrate on Thursday. Oh, cool, Ford. All right, and then let's see, this day we have a new moon, which means we're barely going to be able to see the moon at all on this day. It's still there, but it's not lit up by the sun, so we'll barely be able to see it. We'll talk more about that later, don't worry. Then we've got another half moon. Ooh, this day right here on Thursday, October 29th, you get to wear, if you want to, you don't have to, only if you want to, you get to wear your Halloween costumes to school. Yeah, so if you're at home, that means you get to do Zoom in your Halloween costume. If you're at school, you get to wear your Halloween costume to school. The reason why we're doing that is because Halloween is this day right here. But it's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. So we won't see each other on actual Halloween. So we're going to wear our costumes on this day when we have school. It's also a full moon on Halloween. Ooh. Isley, do you have your hand up? What do you want to say?
Today was my mom's birthday.
Oh,
and
tell her
today is
happy
my
birthday.
mom.
What were you going to say, Isley? I couldn't hear you, sweetie.
Did you know that if you read on this cup, you'll see that my mom owns what?
Yes, your mom owns a dance studio, right? That is extra special. I bet you learn some really awesome dances, right, Isley?
Yeah, and I even go to a dance studio.
That's so special. So awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Isley. Aya, your hand is up. What do you want to say?
And today is my dad's birthday.
Today's your dad's birthday. And yesterday was your mom's? Oh my gosh. Tell both of them happy birthday for me, okay?
Okay, and guess what?
What?
On the weekend, I'm going to Padre Island.
That's so exciting. Oh my gosh, you're going to have a blast. All right, what do you want to say? Charles, your hand is up.
It's a holiday today. It says on my calendar, a Queen's birthday, it looks like.
Wait, what is the holiday today, Charles?
A Queen's birthday.
Oh, it's a Queen's birthday today. I did not know that. Interesting.
I'll show you on the calendar.
Okay, you can show us. While you're showing us, Vina has a question. Yes, Vina, or something she wants to say. Oh, cool, your birthday is this month? Let's see, it is a Queen's birthday. Oh, I think in Australia. Oh, cool. I think that's what that says. It's a little hard to read, but
Yeah.
cool. Charles, thanks for sharing. So, Vina, we're going to have to put your birthday on the calendar. We got to put it on there. Remind me to do that today, okay? All right, everybody, let's go. Oh, I forgot to do the day of school. Back to the calendar for day of school. Here we go. Okay, here's our hundreds chart. Let's see, Friday was our 28th day of school. What day comes after 28? Look, we're in the nines row.
29.
You think 29? Let's see, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Y'all are right. Today is our 29th day of school. So the two numbers that are in 29 are a 2 and a 9. How many more days until we fill a row? One more day. When are we going to fill it? Are we going to fill it today? Tomorrow. We're going to fill it tomorrow, right? That's exciting. Okay, let's see what's next on our calendar or on our schedule over here after we check off calendar. Morning meeting. Okay, I'm going to check off morning meeting. Next on the schedule, it starts with a J. What do you think? Journals. So that means it is journal time. So let's go ahead and get those journals out. And journals look like this. So this is what your journal looks like. Go ahead and get your journals and a pencil out. Yes, every day. All right. Collins, you have your journal out. Get your journal and a pencil. Let's go. Let's turn to today's page. Let's see what today's page says. Okay, so this is what the journals look like for the kids in the classroom. But kids at home, maybe your parents are doing it a little bit different, and that's okay. But kids in the classroom, this is what your journal looks like. I wrote in yellow marker, I wrote the date, October 5th, 2020, I think, or yeah. And then I wrote the journal prompt, or what the sentence says. This weekend, I. So I want you all to trace it in pencil. Remember how at the very beginning of the school year, I said, little by little, you're gonna be doing more and more writing, little by little. Well, now you're gonna do the date and the sentence, but you're gonna start by tracing, okay? So I wrote it in yellow marker. You traced it in pencil. And then eventually, I'm not gonna write it in yellow marker anymore. I'm just gonna write it on the board here, and then you'll have to copy it off the board. What's that, Aya?
Today, this weekend,
Yes, this weekend, So I'll show you what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna trace the marker and pencil. Good job, Colin. You got your journal out. Are you getting a pencil out? October 5th. And then the year, 2020. Okay, so I traced the date. Now I'm ready to start tracing. This weekend, Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to pretend like I'm a student, and I'm going to trace the yellow marker for this weekend, And in our journals, we're going to write and draw about what we did over the weekend. And then if you want, you can share with the class. Okay, so maybe your parents wrote in yellow marker and you can trace it, because we're going to be doing more and more writing. Okay, almost done tracing. This weekend, There we go. Okay, so now that I'm done tracing the date, now that I'm done tracing this weekend, now you can start drawing what you did over the weekend up here. And you could ask a parent or me to help you finish your sentence and write what you did over the weekend. And I'm gonna help some kids in the classroom too. Okay, so I'm gonna turn my computer around so you can see everything at home. And then when we're done with our journals, if you want, you can share them. All right, let's see.
This weekend I went to my aunt's house fishing, and I went to a dinosaur park. So I'm going.
Awesome. Okay, so be
This weekend I went to the dinosaur park.
One second. Oh, you did it yourself, which is wonderful. All I had to do was trace it. I'm going to trace this weekend, Okay, I know I accidentally did it. I did number 2 and I scratched it out. So just ignore that. Okay, sorry, Vina. Lauren, what did you want to write in your journal this weekend,
What did the dinosaur park?
Miss Vanderandy.
Yes, Isley.
I went fishing over the weekend at Central Market. So I took a bag and with my friend, I we put some bread in the bag and put it underwater, and when the minnows came, we just swooped up the bag, and I even got to hold a fish.
Oh my gosh,
A tiny little minnow about that big.
that sounds super duper fun, Isley. So that's what you can draw in your journal. That's what you did over the weekend.
And I did draw that.
Awesome. Yay, Isley. There's you holding the fish. So cute. Thank you for sharing, Isley. Aya, you've got your hand up.
This weekend,
Aya, raise your hand. One second. Raise your hand, Adeline. Yes, Aya.
I did yoga with my dad.
Wait, Vina, didn't you do yoga this weekend too? Oh, you and Vina both did yoga this weekend. I love it. I love your illustration. Very
No, my
nice.
dad did that.
Oh, okay. Maybe you could color it
Not
in.
good at yoga. He said he's not good at drawing.
Well, I thought that was a very good illustration. Nice. Okay, Adeline, good job raising your hand. What did you do this weekend? Ooh, okay. So let me show you how to write that. That's what you write. Anybody else need help with their writing? Harrison? Okay, I'll show you that one. Okay, but you're not using anything either, are you? What are you using? You don't have your journal out. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, good job having your journal out for us and writing. Okay, so this weekend I went to the ranch. Went to no, you're doing great. We went to the ranch. There you go. I'll sharpen this pencil for you. Colin, good job raising your hand. Colin, I love your illustration. Look, look. What do you want to help spell? You want to help spell? What did you do this weekend? I'm done. Ooh, I'll be right there. Yeah. Built a fort, right? Oh, look at that. Great. Trace that. You traced the date. Now you just need to trace this weekend.
Miss Vanderandy,
I got a Yes, Aya.
does this page look familiar to you? Because it just ended up in my room.
No, it doesn't look familiar to me. Not sure what that is. I don't know. I can't read it. All right, how's everybody's journal doing? How's it going? Careful, Colin.
Can you read it now?
Let's see, it says lots of children's book or land of children's books. Wheeler, do you need help spelling anything?
Wait, what? Miss Vanderandy,
Yes.
Miss Vanderandy, this says something on the back.
It says from.
Wait, my dad was writing that. I remember now. So, and then Laura swooped by, and then Dad forgot what he was writing.
Oh, yeah, that happens a lot to grown-ups. I forget what I'm doing all the time while I'm doing it. It's not fun. All right.
All the time. Now always happens.
What did you do this weekend, Wheeler? Nice illustrations, everybody. Ooh, nice writing, Ford. Very nice. Anybody at home want to share their journal? You don't have to. It's only if you want to. Okay, Charles, you want to share your journal?
There's instruction in the magazine. Not sure if you'll know what it is, but you probably will.
Let's see. This weekend, and tell me about that illustration.
It's my praying mantis in the grass.
Oh, that's awesome. Did you release your praying mantis over the weekend?
That's why I draw the grass.
Yes. Oh, that is so wonderful. That's so cool. So did you get to see your praying mantis eat at all? Did you get to see it eat?
No.
No, you didn't get to see it. That's okay. Just
No,
curious.
I saw it eat bugs while it was here.
Oh, okay.
But it did eat bugs, but I didn't actually see the actual eating of the bugs.
Okay. Yeah, just curious. That was a really, really good drawing of a praying mantis. Nice work, Charles. Very good. Thanks for sharing that with
Follow
us.
these instructions.
Oh, I love step-by-step drawing instructions. I love those. I'm not the greatest artist, so that's why I really love those step-by-step instructions. Those are so helpful. Thank you,
And
Charles.
this is what it looks like now.
Very nice. Yeah, you did a great job. Okay, Catherine, is that you? You're wanting to share as well? All right, this weekend and then let's see, played outside. And look at that great handwriting. I love how you finished the sentence, played outside. And look at your illustration. There's outside. I love it. Thank you, Catherine. All right, anybody else want to share? We're still working. I'll give you a couple more minutes to keep working.
I don't like it.
Yay, Colin, look at that fantastic tracing. What did you do this weekend, Colin? You don't know? Didn't you watch the pigeon show? Yeah. Is that what you want to write in your journal, that you watched the pigeon show? Yeah.
It's not any message.
It was one pigeon show. Okay. I watched the pigeon show, and you are all done. I want to show. Nice job. Okay, come on. All right, kids at home, Adeline wants to show you her journal, and then I'll call on you, Aya and Isley. See, your hands are up. Okay, Adeline, what did you do this weekend? Let's see, let me show you her journal. So it says, this weekend and then it says, built a fort. And then there's the fort that Adeline built. Oh, nice work, Adeline. Good job on that journal. Aya, what do you want to tell us, Aya? I see your hand up.
Guess what? One time, Tane saw a praying mantis, and then my mom saw a praying mantis, and he had his arms up ready to fight her, and Mom took a picture. Then Sweden just was like, hey, you are not messing with my mom. So she just went like a bit. Yeah,
they do this like when they're trying to defend themselves. That's like a warning, like stay back, right? Okay, Isley, did you have your hand up? Okay, and then we're gonna finish up our journals.
Do you wanna raise your hand? Gotta put.
Did you know that yesterday the day before yesterday I caught some minnows?
Yes, you told us about that. And look at all that good writing that you just did too. Very nice. I went fishing. Look at that good writing. Thank you, Isley. And Finn, I see your hand up. What do you want to tell us, Finn? Or do you want to show us your journal? This weekend I saw a fish at Mayfield Park. Oh my gosh. So many people saw fish this weekend because Harrison did too. There's Harrison. He saw fish this weekend too. Okay, what else, Finn?
There's a peacock.
Yes, there's those beautiful peacocks at Mayfield Park too. I love Mayfield Park. One time I even saw a really cute little water snake there. It was really adorable. Yeah.
Water snake.
Yeah, I guess it was maybe there to eat the fish, maybe.
But was it in the water?
It was in the water. Yeah, it was swimming around in one of the little ponds that are there. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. You saw a fish and a peacock this weekend. Nice. All right, Aya, last thing we're going to share, and then we got to start foundations. What do you want to share, Aya?
I was saying on last Father's Day, me and Laura and my dad went to the park and we saw tons of peacocks.
You probably went to Mayfield Park. You probably went to the park that Finn went to this weekend. Because I think there's only one park in Austin that has all the peacocks. I think that's Mayfield Park. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and look at our schedule. Everybody did a fantastic job with their journals. Lots of writing.
Snakes or fish or anything.
Very good, Colin. Very good, Wheeler. Ford, are you raising your hand? What do you want to say? Okay. Vina, beautiful Vina. Yeah? How? Okay, I'm gonna check off journals. Next on our schedule starts with an F. What do you think? Foundations is next, and then we have snack and recess. And if you're at home, you get to take a little break. All right, let's see that writing, Charles. This weekend, I saw my uncle. Cool, good writing, Charles. All right, let's go ahead and get, actually, we don't need to get foundations packets out quite yet because we have a new letter we need to go over. Then we'll get our foundations packets out. Okay, here is our new letter. It's kind of a hard one. It's the letter D. It's the letter D. And kids in the classroom, if you're having a hard time seeing where you are, you can look right up there. See, it's really big right there. Okay? All right. So we have the letter D. Does anybody have a D in their name? Anybody have a D in their first name or their last name? Ooh, Ford has a D. Yeah, and then Adeline has a D in her first name. You've got one in your last name? Let's see, who else? And then I know Isley's last name starts with a D, right? Isley Denny, right? Her last name starts with a D. Yes, Charles, I see your hand up.
I have a babysitter that has a D in her name.
Oh, nice. What's her name?
Wendy.
Yes, Wendy. There's a D in her name. You're right. Okay, so yeah, you can make sure you wash your hands. So we've got capital D, big D, and lowercase d, little d, but they both make the same sound. They make a duh sound, like dog, like dog. Yes, Finn, what do you want to say? Oops, I'm sorry, Finn, I accidentally muted you. You might have to unmute yourself. All right, Finn, did you have your hand up?
Well, my sister's name starts with a D.
You're right. Your sister's name, it's Drew, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling us that. Drew starts with a capital D. You're right. Thank you, Finn. Isley, what do you want to say? I see your hand is up.
Did you know, I think that diving.
You're right. That starts with a D. In journals tomorrow, we're going to write all the D words we can. So save them for tomorrow. Okay, so when we do the D card, we say
Dad.
D, dog, duh, because D makes a duh sound. So first my turn, and then when I show you echo, it'll be your turn, okay? So D, dog, duh. All right, here's echo, it's your turn.
D dog.
Duh.
Very good. So D, dog, duh. Now your turn.
D dog. Duh.
Very good. Y'all are so good at D already. All right, so uppercase D, lowercase d. I am going to give you some hints, and I want you to try to guess what I'm thinking about. And all of these things start with a D. They all start with a duh sound, okay? What is a type of bird that swims in the water and goes quack, 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 and it starts with a D? Duck! Yes, a duck is a type of bird that swims in the water and goes quack, 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 and starts with a D. Look, duck, duck, duck starts with a D. What is a type of insect that you see a lot in the summertime around water? It starts with a D. Yeah, it's a hard one. Ford just got it. A dragonfly. Duh, duh. Dragonflies. They're out a lot in the summertime around water. Duh, duh. Dragonfly starts with a D. That's a long word. What, Aya?
I could have never guessed that.
I know, that was a hard one. Okay, let's do another one. This one's a little bit easier. This is something that it's a type of dessert, but sometimes you eat them for breakfast. They are in a circle, and you can get them at Krispy Kreme or Shipley's, and it starts with a D. Duh, duh. Starts with a D. Duh, duh. You could get them at Krispy Kreme or Shipley's. They come in a box. They have a hole in the middle.
Donuts!
Donuts! Yes, duh, duh. Donuts start with a D. Duh, duh. Donuts start with a D. There we go. All right, this one is a type of animal. A lot of people have them as pets. It starts with a D, and they go ruff, ruff, ruff. A dog. A dog starts with a D.
Dog.
Duh, duh. Dog starts with a D. Okay, last one. This is something that you use when you're playing a board game sometimes. You shake them and then you roll them.
Dice.
Dice start with a D. Duh, duh. There's the D. Duh, duh. Dice starts with a D. Okay, all right. So there's just some D's, some things that start with the letter D. All right, everybody. Let's get our markers and boards out because we're going to practice writing uppercase D and lowercase d. So let's get those markers and boards out, and they should be in your foundation packets. So go ahead and get your foundation packets out. All right, Colin, you got your foundation packet out? We're gonna need your marker and board. Good job getting your foundation packets out. Let's see. Okay, everybody, thanks for being patient at home. Does everybody have their marker and board? Let's start with uppercase D first. Uppercase D, duh, duh. So uppercase D goes from skyline to grass line. So make sure yours does not go above the skyline. Make sure it does not go below the grass line. We ready? Okay, put those markers on the skyline. Put your marker on the skyline and you're gonna go straight on down to the grass line. Then, so we've done this part, now we need to do that curvy line. Okay, so put your marker back where you started on the skyline and we're gonna curve down to the grass line. And there's our uppercase D. All right. Nice job, everybody. We'll do some silly uppercase D's in a minute, but first let's do some more good ones.
Starts with a D.
What is it, Aya?
D.
Yeah, yes, we're gonna do D words in our journals tomorrow. Okay, nice job. Very good, everybody. Good, you got your board out, Colin. Now get your marker and do an uppercase D. Oh, Elliot, that's wonderful, D. Okay, let's do some more. Yes, Wheeler. Wonderful. Let's do a couple more and then I can get some pictures. Okay, so put your marker on the skyline. Very nice, Aya. And we're going to go straight down to the grass line. Then put your marker back on the skyline where you started. And we're going to curve down to the grass line. And there's our uppercase D. Isley, what do you want to say, sweetie? Your hand is raised.
Sad now because my dad needs to go to the hospital because he's having a heart attack, and I feel sad because I haven't seen him in 10 days.
Oh, Isley, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that your dad wasn't feeling well, but yeah, but 1 second, Ford. But, you know, Isley, I know you miss him a lot, but I bet all the doctors and nurses and everybody in the hospital are taking such good care of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I need to tell you.
Okay. What is it?
Now that he left for a long time, I feel sad in class.
Did you say not, you feel sad?
At class. She said she feels sad at class.
Oh, I know. And you know, Isley, that's normal. That's very normal to feel sad right now, right? But just try to remember that they're taking such good care of him, right? And hopefully he'll be back soon.
And
But
then he wants you to learn how to write these Ds. That's what Daddy wants you to learn. Then we could send him a video of your Ds, okay?
Oh my gosh, that is such a good idea. But I know it's normal to feel sad, sweetie. But try your best on the Ds. I bet that would make him really happy. Okay.
Okay. You want me to send him a picture of your Ds?
Let's do some silly Ds. Let's do some silly ones. Ooh, Catherine, those look fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna leave this D up here. Yes, I'll come around in just a second, just a minute. Let's leave this D up here as something to compare it to, okay? So tell me what's wrong with this uppercase D. Tell me what's wrong with it. Okay, well, so far so good, right? Wait a second. It's backwards. The curvy part is pointing the wrong way. That's backwards. Okay, no. All right, tell me what's wrong with this uppercase D. Yeah, it's not in the right line. It's too little.
Not even big enough.
Yeah, it's not big enough. You're right. All right, tell me what's wrong with this uppercase D. What's wrong with that one? I'm trying to trick you. There's nothing wrong with it. I tried to trick you. I couldn't trick you. You knew there was nothing wrong with it. All right. Let me go around and check the uppercase D's in the classroom. I will be right back, kids at home, and then we'll do some lowercase D's. All right. Beautiful. Did you want to show me yours? I saw yours, right? Okay, let's do it. All right, and I saw yours, and I know I saw yours too. Very good. And yours too, Wheeler. I know you already raced it. That's okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for being patient, kids at home. Let's try lowercase d now. Isley, very nice D's. Oh, they're upside down. They're upside down, but I saw them. Okay, lowercase d. It also makes a da sound. Lowercase d also goes from the skyline to the grass line. So put those markers on the skyline. Very nice, Colin. All right, so we're gonna go straight down to the grass line. So far, it looks the same, but that's the only thing that's the same about it, because now we're gonna do something different. Okay, so now put your marker on the plane line. On the plane line. And we're gonna curve down to the grass line. We're gonna curve down to the grass line. Looks good, everybody. Elliot, beautiful lowercase t. I'd love to. All right. That is fantastic. Wonderful. Oh my goodness. Uppercase. Really?
Miss Van der Randy.
Oh, looks good, Harrison and Wheeler. Okay, yes, kids at home, sorry about that. Let's try again. Oh, good, you found it,
Miss
Harrison.
Van der Randy.
Yes, Isley.
When I feel sad, I usually don't want to do anything but be alone and do something on my own. But,
Yes, I know. When you feel sad, you don't really feel like doing anything, I know. But sometimes when you feel sad, if you distract yourself and if you keep busy and you do your work still, sometimes it makes you feel a little bit better because you're a little bit distracted and you stop worrying so much, right? So that might help. Let's try that, okay? Okay, so let's put your marker back on the skyline. Let's try another one. Ooh, Ellie,
like
this
I'm
is so
not
good.
worried. I'm not worried.
And we're gonna
like,
go straight down to the grass line. And then we're gonna put your marker back right there on the plane line. And we're gonna curve down to the grass line. And there's our lowercase d, lowercase d. All right, Colin, you wanna try a lowercase d? Yep, we gotta try a lowercase d. Yes, I'll come right over there in just a minute. All right, let's see. I'm gonna leave one of my good lowercase d's there so we have something to compare our silly lowercase d's to. Tell me what's wrong with this lowercase d. Tell me what's wrong with that one. What's wrong with this? Oh, yeah, that little
It's too big. It's going above.
Yes, it's going above the plane line. We're gonna erase that one. Okay, tell me what's wrong with this lowercase t. Yes, 1 second, Ellie, 1 second. Let's see. What's wrong with that lowercase d? It's too little. It needs to go from plane line to grass, or from skyline to grass line. This one's too little. All right, tell me what's wrong with this lowercase d. It's backwards. What letter does it turn into when it's backwards? It turns into a B. I know this is so hard. It's so tricky. This is a D. This is a B. So this makes a duh, duh sound like dog. This makes a buh, buh sound like balloon. I know it's so tricky. All right. So let's do one more really good lowercase d. We're going to start at the skyline. We're going to go straight down to the grass line. We're going to start at the plane line and curve over here to the grass line. What's wrong with that one? That one's great. All right, everybody. Wonderful job with your D handwriting.
Miss Van der Randy.
Yes.
Guess what I got for my dad? Guess what Laura? Guess
Catherine.
what me and Laura got for my dad's birthday?
Okay, tell me real fast. What?
These special diamonds.
Oh, so pretty. Make sure you're real careful with them. Catherine, those look fantastic. It might be because things are reversed, but those look a little bit like bees. Check and make sure those are going the right way. Yes, Charles.
I don't want you to say like I'm gonna trick you, because then you know it's gonna be right.
Yeah, I kind of give it away, don't I? Okay, next time I won't give it away, Charles. All right, everybody. Yes, Colin. Ooh, very nice uppercase D. Okay, Colin wants to show you his uppercase D's. while he's doing that, go ahead and get out your student notebook, your blue student notebook. All right, Colin, nice uppercase D's there, Colin. Thank you. Yay, good job, Elliot. Okay, so lowercase d is on page 15. On page 15, and there's lowercase d. And I'd like you to trace the lowercase d with your finger, and then color in the dog any way you want to help us remember that D makes a D sound like dog. So it's on page 15 of these blue student notebooks. Thank you for yes. All right.
I already know it.
Wow, Elliot, fan. All right. Good job. I got a picture. Nice job, everybody. Okay, so I will put, you can color your dogs in any way you want, but I'll put this up here if you want to color it in like they did. It looks like they made theirs like kind of colored like a beagle, but you can color your dogs any way you want to.
My dog is gonna be that way. I can't find. I mean, I can.
Wow, I love how you got it out there, Colin. There we go. You're welcome. And then color in the dog. You want to color in the dog, Elliot? I don't think you can make it down. Nina, very nice.
I'm done with my dog. That way.
Oh, cute. It's black and white spots. I love it. Super cute. Or if you want, you can clean up. You can start cleaning your desk. Nice tracing with your finger, Colin.
I'm done.
All right, how are we doing at home? Coloring in? Very nice, Catherine. Very good. Let's see, Charles, are you going to show me yours? Charles, is your hand up? What do you want to say, Charles? Good job, Aya.
I tried to make it just like Snoopy, so look.
Oh, yeah.
Mine's a little girl. It's just tail wagging and the red
color his ears black.
Cute.
Okay, mine's a girl with the eyelashes. Yeah,
I see that, Aya.
Okay.
All right, everybody. It looks like some of us in the classroom are starting to finish up. Very nice coloring, Charles. Let's go ahead and do some checking off on our schedule. We're going to check off foundations. Next on the schedule for the kids in the classroom is snack and recess. Next on the schedule for the kids at home, you have a little break. So before we put away all of our foundation, or go on our break, I meant, let's go ahead and put everything back in your foundations bags. So you can make sure your marker lid is on nice and tight. You can make sure your board is erased. And then put everything back in your foundations bags. That's okay, Wheeler, keep going. And we can close those Velcro on the foundations bags to make sure nothing falls out. And when we get done with our break, we're gonna be in Miss Burke's music class, her music Zoom. So that means we can log out of this Zoom because we're gonna join together again in Miss Burke's Zoom. Okay, so I will see you in music. Bye. Bye, Aya. Bye, Finn. Bye, Izzy. Bye, Charles. Bye, Catherine. I'll see y'all in music.